What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. With this video, we are jumping into the X-Men Marauders issue number 4. With this series not really being hugely impactful on everything going on with Krakoa, they have found themselves out in space with the death of Xandra, Charles Xavier's daughter, and also the Empress. Things are going sideways on Throne World, and our Marauders, they are looking for the first generation of mutants, believing that they are getting close. The Kin Crimson, the secret organization with inside the Empire, they are hell-bent on preventing the Marauders from ever finding out anything about the first mutants. And though they have tried with great effort to stop the Marauders, this team is almost unstoppable, especially with Cassandra Nova fighting alongside them. Now, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, the first thing we are shown is Throne World. And that is because the Kin Crimson, they are getting their butts handed to them by Deathbird, showing up on site and recognizing that the Empress has been taken out. She is on the warpath. But when it comes to the Marauders, they are currently making their way to the Codex, if you will. A book that holds all of the secrets of the Kin Crimson, what they refer to as the Chronicle. As the Marauders are making their way through all of the forces of the Kin Crimson, we see Kate Pryde taken off of the board, jumping in the way to help Bishop out. She takes a blast, and this seemingly kills her. Bishop telling her that was a stupid thing to do to begin with because he could have absorbed all of that. But she couldn't be sure, saying that hard skin, it runs on thought. It could have been rigged with some kind of poison idea, but the mission is still on, saying that she would die for their history, and this is something that she meant, telling Bishop to keep digging. This is where the Marauders, they let loose. Now, we're going to talk about the death of Kate Pryde at the end of this, because mutants do have resurrection, and it is odd that Bishop and all of the other Marauders, they act like this is some serious thing, acting like Kate Pryde dying is a big deal, as if they actually lost her. But our Marauders, with the help of Cassandra Nova, they are able to get inside of this place, get inside where they are hiding this book away. As they get inside, they see that this is something different than a book. There is a beating heart. It is inside of this enclosure, being kept safe and hidden away. And that heart, it starts to form into a person with a healing brain that can handle any memory download. They regrow this individual to update their records, and then they slaughter him to save the file. This is billions of years of torture, or at least so the Marauders think. But this individual, he is of the Kin Crimson. This is not torture, he says. This is a sacrifice, one that he willingly makes to preserve their history, but not the history of mutant kind, to preserve the history of the Kin Crimson. Psylocke wasting no time, taking her dagger and plunging it into his back. She takes full control over his body as they go and try to sift through billions of years of memories. They try to find exactly what they are looking for, and digging deep into this guy's mind, what they find is a mutant society, a thriving mutant society, long before humans first evolved. Billions of years in the past, we have one of the first mutant societies known as Threshold, a golden age for mutant kind. One day, stumbling upon them is the prehistoric Shi'ar Empire. At this time, they are still spacefaring nomads, pillaging the galaxy with all of their berserkers at their heels. They came to the Threshold Society looking to raid, but our early mutants, they refused to yield. They fought off all of these forces, If it had not been for their fear of going into space, none of them would have been able to survive. Unfortunately, for the people, the mutants of Threshold, this was a grave mistake because Shi'ar, they returned, not with scouts, but with an entire army, a living doomsday device at their hands. They wanted nothing less than the extinction of Threshold. But when these forces came upon them, the mutants of Threshold, they only sent 5 individuals to fight. They had lobbied for peace, but the Shi'ar wanted none of it. They wanted no mutant alive to tell of the Shi'ar loss. And so the mutants, they obliged. They fought this battle. In mere moments, the Shi'ar's great obliterator was taken off the board. This was an absolute bloodbath. This was the first blood spilled, both mutant and Shi'ar Empire, because the truth is, what the Kin Crimson had been trying to hide all of this time was their loss, was how they were defeated by these mutants of Threshold. This is how the Kin Crimson had been born. The survivors, they vowed to hide the defeat and any more to come, so that history would show that the Shi'ar Empire has never been defeated. The Kin Crimson, they monitored Threshold from this point forward, judging all of their strengths, watching as Threshold became a true force. But by the time a noble had been selected to embed themselves onto Earth, somehow Threshold disappeared. Eons had passed until we saw mutants resurface again. And so the Kin Crimson, they kept watch over this planet. When mutants did come back again, they ensured that mutants would never find out about this bloody past, stopping any individuals trying to escape Threshold's past. Even when Eric the Red attacked all of our X-Men, these were just assessments of their true potential. The truth is, Kin Crimson lost against mutants, but Threshold may have defeated them. The Kin Crimson, they outlived them. Any of Threshold that tried to escape, they were vaporized on arrival. This is when Xandra Nova, she lets us know that he is lying. Most of the escapees had been executed, but some were held in time drives for study on a doomed Shi'ar base, destroyed a few years back. This is where the last of the mutants had been held in those time drives. This is where Tempo, she pauses everything because she knows the look on Xandra Nova's face. She saw this look in her time with the Mutant Liberation Front. Xandra Nova wants to go back in time, because if they can go back to that now destroyed Shi'ar base, there is a chance that they could save some mutants in the time drive. Bishop, he seems to think that this isn't a horrible idea. A jump to that recent in the past wouldn't even be as far as he first came, but Tempo letting Bishop know that he came here to undo his future, saying that that is dangerously easy. Preserving the future, that is much harder. That is much riskier. The rest of the Marauders, they believe that they have no other option, that they have to go and do this, that they have to go to this pandimensional prison, follow Nova's lead, go back and get them first. That Kate Pryde, she died because of all of this. If we come back with our hands empty, she is going to be livid. Tempo is trying to let them know that they don't understand the risk. The truth is, Bishop, he is a time traveler, a tourist. Tempo, she is a chronokinetic, saying that the closer you are to now that you go, the more dangerous this trip becomes. If you want to bring something back from the recent past, even the smallest change could mean that they would never be here to begin with to steal from there. That the people they currently are, they may cease to be. With all of them fully understanding the risk that they are putting up, they let Tempo know that they are going to do this regardless. And that's what jumps us to years ago on Avalon, the one-time orbital base to Magneto and his acolytes. It is currently being destroyed as they look around for this time drive so they can get the heck out of here before this place is completely obliterated. They run into a very, very bad dude. This is where they run into Nemesis, grabbing hold of Cassandra Nova by the face. He is letting us know that this is the age of Nemesis's beginning. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This is a very interesting issue because it's dealing with time travel, and Tempo is letting us know that when you time travel to such a close point in time to where we are now, whatever changes we make could severely impact everything that is to come. The person that you are now could be someone completely different than the person you will be if we go and do this. And so we really don't know what the ramifications are going to be moving forward. What we do know is that Kate Pryde, she was killed in the beginning of this issue. Now, Psylocke, Bishop, they make a big grand deal about Kate being killed, about mutant blood being spilled. They really do kind of act like she's not coming back. But the truth of the matter is we all know mutants have resurrection. So even if Kate Pryde dies, their reaction to this seemed a little bit exaggerated. You know, I'm not saying that they need to just shrug their shoulders and say, oh well, but the fact that they are acting like this is permanent death, that makes it a little bit unbelievable. With that being said, this was definitely a fun comic. Time travel is always a lot of fun, but it definitely can be messy. That's exactly what Tempo is warning about. How convoluted and messy things can truly get moving forward. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by hitting the Super Thanks button. This button will let you donate directly to the channel, and every little bit helps us out. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this new Marauders, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and until the next breakdown.